When we look back, I think we'll go, yeah, 2023 was a big one.
Hey guys, welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today we have crypto analyst Guy from Coin Bureau discussing the state of the economy and its impact on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto markets. He notes that a continued tug of war between those who believe the worst is behind us and those who believe there is still much to play out is happening right now. He says that the Federal Reserve and the impact of geopolitical events, such as the recent conflict between countries and China's reopening of their market, will influence the crypto market. According to Guy, despite the recent negative news of DCG and Genesis going bankrupt, the market has taken it in stride. He expresses cautious optimism for the year ahead, anticipating a big year with much to be built, but not necessarily a spectacular year in terms of price action in the crypto market. Let's get right to the interview with Guy from Coin Bureau as he gives us a market update for Bitcoin, the crypto market, and what's coming next in 2023. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content we do here. Let's get right into the video.
The end of last year was just bleak, wasn't it? It was such a miserable time. And then like 2023 has been kind of up only almost. And it's been so interesting to watch because there just seems to be this tug between these two poles, you know, the people who are saying we're going to go lower, there's still so much that needs to play out, and this kind of emerging school of thought that says, well, perhaps the worst is behind us, you know, perhaps we're moving out of this. And I'm kind of talking, you know, crypto specific here. So I mean, I think it's fascinating to watch this kind of dance that everyone's doing with Jerome Powell and the Fed. I think, you know, he comes out and he says we're going to raise rates again and we're going to keep them high and that's it, and just live with it. And then everyone goes, yeah, but I mean, they might pivot soon, mightn't they? So, you know, we better just get in anticipation. So yeah, it's this fascinating situation where everyone's kind of trying to second guess when the Fed might pause or pivot and all that sort of stuff. And we've obviously got crypto to consider as well. I really feel, and I hope I'm right on this, I'm prepared to be wrong, but I hope I'm right in that I really feel that we could have kind of turned the corner in terms of kind of crypto specific catastrophes, if you want, to come out there. I'm quite surprised with how the market seems to have taken DCG and obviously Genesis going bankrupt. That seems to have taken it largely in its stride. I don't know whether we were just all so pessimistic. That's been fascinating to watch as well. So I am feeling a lot more kind of optimistic for the year ahead. I'm dug in for a year of, I don't think it's going to be spectacular in terms of price action. I don't think it needs to be spectacular. And I almost feel in a way we don't want that. We shouldn't want that.
Guy feels more bullish about the crypto market, but now that problems persist, the market could still go lower. Guy believes that interest rates will cause more pain and says the Fed is determined to get inflation down. However, he also believes that crypto is more resilient than previously thought, and there are still opportunities for significant gains in the sector, although challenging to spot. He advises investors to focus on fundamentals and long-term potential when investing in various projects.
I don't think it's going to be a rock and roll year, but I think when we look back, I think we'll go, yeah, 2023 was a big one. A lot got built then. I'm beginning to turn more bullish than I have been. I've been expecting a bottom. I've been expecting us to go a lot lower than where we are now for a while. And like I say, I'm amazed that the market has held up as it has. And I still feel that we can go lower. I still feel that we've got so much left. Interest rates have got so much more, you know, pain left to dish out. The Fed is absolutely determined to get inflation down. Let's remember that inflation is still high. It may have come down. We may have really made some progress on that, but it is still way too high. And I just don't believe that the Fed will do any half measures on that. So I don't think it will be a case of we just go down and then suddenly, or, you know, QE comes back in, the money printer gets turned back on, and everything goes crazy. I think we'll have to see prolonged periods of you know, low inflation in order for that to be the possibility. So yeah, I do feel more bullish than I have felt, certainly towards the end of last year.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still aware of the problems, but crypto does seem to be more resilient than perhaps I've given it credit for. I mean, we have seen some extraordinary gains in this bear market, especially with the AI sector at the moment, just absolutely pumping like crazy. So you can't rule these things out in crypto. And again, I think that comes back to what we were talking about volatility. And people don't know how to value these things. So there's always going to be this kind of hype that you wouldn't, not necessarily driven by fundamentals, that you wouldn't see in a more mature market, in the stock market, for instance, or something like that. So I think, 100x's are going to be, they are going to be a feature of crypto, definitely a feature and not a bug of crypto for a while. But I mean, it's so difficult to spot these things. And I think really a better investment strategy for the time being is to focus on fundamentals, is to focus on projects that excite you, projects that you think have long-term potential. And who knows, there might be 100x or two in amongst there. I mean, I have made some pretty good gains on ETH because I did get in. I've been buying ETH for a long time now. I guess the important thing about whether the flipping happens or not is that it isn't a big deal. I think a lot of maxis on either side of the fence tend to get worked up about it and stuff. It's like they have different roles. They're doing different things. So ETH flips BTC or it doesn't. It's not really a big deal as far as I'm concerned. I personally think it probably will happen, given the just continued growth of Ethereum's ecosystem and how many people I think in the future will be using it. And it'd be one of those things I think you're using it without really realizing it. I think we're a long way from crypto being a sort of non-volatile asset, because I think we're still in that stage. I think most people don't really understand crypto. There's still a lot of people who don't see the point of it, who don't see what it has to offer. The majority, the vast majority, I think. So there's always going to be that until it's become more mainstream, until people are more on board with the idea of what it is and what it can do. I think there will always be that uncertainty and always that volatility. And certainly at the moment, with trading conditions as they are, obviously the kind of low balances on exchanges, I think a lot of people are hodling, especially the likes of BTC and ETH. So those low exchange balances are always going to.
So the sales of cold wallets have definitely gone up.
Which is great. Like, that's such a good thing. It shows that the market and people are learning their lessons, even if they learned it the hard way. That's good. That's a sign of the market maturing. But I think we've got a long way to go before it's kind of more mainstream, I guess.
Guy discusses his investments in cryptocurrencies and believes that there's still potential in Ethereum because of its constantly evolving ecosystem and its role as the base layer chain. He also discusses the possibility of Ethereum flipping Bitcoin in market cap, but emphasizes that it's not a significant issue, since both have different roles. Overall, Guy does express cautious optimism about the crypto market's future, acknowledging its resilience and potential for growth. He advises investors to be discerning in their investments, focusing on fundamental factors and long-term potential rather than the short-term price action. He also acknowledges that the market is still in a phase of relative immaturity, which contributes to volatility, but views this as a sign of maturation. What do you think of Guy from Coin Bureau's market prediction for crypto and where the economy is headed in the next few months? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.